guys, welcome back to the last episode and the fourth episode of our narrative series 2021 The Transformation of Team India in Test Cricket. Episode 4 Conquering the Oval. So, in the fourth test between India and England at the Kennington Oval, the England captain Joe Root won the toss and chose to bowl first in what seemed overcast conditions. Chris Woakes had the first blood on India, as he found the outside edge of Rohit Sharma with an absolute ripper as it just bounced off Goodland delivery. Then Ollie Robinson, just after Chris Woakes' dismissal, found just got one ball to nip back into KL Rahul as he was LBW. Jimmy Anderson took no long as he got the wicket of Cheteshwar Pujara as India was reeling on 39 for 3. Virat Kohli, on the other hand, was playing a gem with those cover drives as Ravindra Jadeja, also in a partnership with him, was promoted to number 5 in this game, seeing that Ajinkya Rahane was out of form for Team India. Though he was also struggling in this innings as Chris Woakes found the outside edge of his bat being caught in the slips by the England captain Joe Root. Virat Kohli was playing a brilliant innings as he brought up his 50 of just 95 deliveries. He was then dismissed for 50 runs of 96 deliveries, courtesy an absolute seed from Ollie Robinson. He could have done nothing about that delivery, and I feel this was a really crucial innings in the context of this game. Going later, Ajinkya Rahane too was dismissed of the bowling of Craig Overton. So as India were reeling then, there had to be a saviour. And this time it was Lord Shardul Thakur who came in all guns blazing, having no other game plan but to attack, and he just played a brilliant knock, a 31 ball 50 for him, 57 runs of 36 balls for Lord Shardul Thakur as he played one of the best knocks India could have had at that time. In this innings, Virat Kohli and Shardul Thakur were the stars for India with the bat, with Chris Woakes taking 4 for England. Just then, in the second innings, Jasprit Bumrah, before stumps in the last session, took 2 in an over, being absolutely brilliant and relentless as always, getting the wickets of Hasib Hamid and Rory Burns. And just before stumps, on the stroke of stumps, Umesh Yadav produced one of the deliveries we'll remember for a long time, as Joe Root was again looking set for another big knock. He bowled him all ends up, bowling an absolute ripper. Umesh Yadav then also got 2 on the next morning, getting the wicket of the night watchman Craig Overton along with the wicket of David Malan, as India were having a fantastic morning. Just then, there was a partnership developing between Jonny Bairstow and Ollie Pope, which just saw England off a bit trouble. So, England were just settling down just when Mohammad Siraj broke the stand and got the wicket of Jonny Bairstow. But there was no stopping Ollie Pope. He was playing fluently and brought up his first 50 in the series, and he was looking really good. He did what was needed in a stand with Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali was also playing really well on the wicket, which was just looking out to ease a bit. Moeen Ali just threw his wicket away to Ravindra Jadeja, trying to play a slog on mid-wicket. He was totally disappointed by this, and India got an opening. Just after this, Shardul Thakur got his wicket, got the big man Ollie Pope, who was playing really well, looking set for 100 here. He just chopped on a wide delivery outside off stump. Lord Shardul who was having a fantastic test match, got his first wicket of the innings, that too of the well set Ollie Pope. Just as India were looking to wipe the tail off, Chris Woakes came in with some handy runs for England, stretching their lead to 100 runs. He played a blinder, scoring 50 runs of just 57 balls, playing aggressively, hanging in there with the tail. And the stars of this English batting lineup in this innings were Ollie Pope and Chris Woakes, indeed, as England were bowled out for 290, having a lead of around 100 runs. India started their second innings in the later parts of day 3, where the later parts of day 2, where India went unscathed, being 43 runs for no loss. India came out to bat on day 3, and just when India were thinking they have gone through this session without a wicket, Jimmy Anderson, the ageless Jimmy Anderson, got the wicket of KL Rahul. Cheteshwar Pujara, who was struggling with form a bit, after that 91, he was full in confidence, and he played another good knock in a partnership with Rohit Sharma. Both of these batters were looking really good, as both of them brought up their 50. But Rohit Sharma, there was no stopping him today. He brought up his first overseas test ton in a series where he was looking really good. He wasted quite a few starts, but for at least this time, when he was having a terrific England series, he proved himself and got his first overseas test 100. Cheteshwar Pujara too scored a brilliant 50, but there was time for both of them to go, as Ollie Robinson struck and got the wickets of both of them in the first over when he got the second new ball. It was an opening for England which they couldn't quite capitalize on at the end of day 3. Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja ensured that India could go unscathed in this session. But in the morning session, again we could see Virat Kohli being at his fluent best, playing few delightful strokes, as on the other hand, Chris Woakes again got the wicket of Ravindra Jadeja and then soon followed up by Ajinkya Rahane, who were both struggling with form at this moment of time. Ajinkya Rahane, who had already been demoted in the first innings, again fell down to Chris Woakes, as Virat Kohli also further departed to the bowling of Moeen Ali, being quite disappointed feeding outside the off stump again, this time to a spinner. Then it was time for India to capitalize, as they had a lead of around 225 runs. Had they lost a few wickets in quick succession, they could have been in trouble. But Rishabh Pant and Shardul Thakur, the hero of the match, ensured that couldn't happen. Both of them scored 50s, had a 100-run partnership, which helped India come out of this big issue. Shardul Thakur scored twin half centuries in this game, twin 50s in both innings. Both of them batted really aggressively, showed good temperament, and this partnership saved India, as this was a terrific one. Just then, the tail-enders, Umesh Yadav and Jasprit Bumrah, just wagged around a little bit, scoring 20-odd runs each, which really helped India increase their lead and post their lead as a target for England of 368, which was a terrific effort from the Indian batters in the second innings. Now it was time for the Indian bowlers to get a few wickets in the later part of day 4. Rory Burns and Haseeb Hameed ensured that couldn't happen, as they played a really good last session for England, being 77 for no loss in the 31 overs bowled by the Indian bowlers. Haseeb Hameed and Rory Burns were looking really good and just made sure that England had hopes on the last day of winning this test. Coming up on the last day, Haseeb Hameed and Rory Burns started really well, having lost no wickets in the first half an hour, 45 minutes of play. Just then, they lost the big important wicket of Rory Burns, as Lord Shardul was the one who provided it. Having a terrific test match, he got the wicket of Rory Burns after Rory Burns and Haseeb Hameed had an opening partnership of 100 runs. Even at that moment of time, Haseeb Hameed was looking good as he brought up his 50. Just then, off the bowling of Ravindra Jadeja, who was getting quite some turn, Mohammad Siraj dropped an absolute dolly of Haseeb Hameed, making sure that India just did get another wicket. But soon after, as India built on the pressure, David Malan was run out. Haseeb Hameed was the victim, I feel, because he just laid David Malan down the river. David Malan was run out, and that was soon followed by a collapse, as Haseeb Hameed was bowled off a pitch of a delivery from Ravindra Jadeja. What followed next was an absolute masterclass of reverse swing bowling from Jasprit Bumrah, bowling two absolute rippers to Ollie Pope and Johnny Bairstow, as India continued to go ahead in this game. Jadeja then sooner got the wicket of Moeen Ali, as Joe Root on the other end was just looking unstoppable again, as India weren't able to get the wicket of him. Just before the second new ball, Lord Shardul Thakur, again who was having a terrific test match, got the wicket of Joe Root, similar to the way he got the wicket of Ollie Pope in the first innings. Umesh Yadav then took no long to wrap this game up, as he also got the wicket of Chris Wokes, then Craig Overton, and at last the wicket of Jimmy Anderson to help India win this game by 157 runs. A historic test match for India, as they had won a test match at the Kennington Oval in quite some time now. This was a terrific delivery by Umesh Yadav again, as India got the lead of 2-1 in this test series. Terrific stuff from the whole team. India, this is called how you rule test cricket, winning twice in Australia and then leading 2-1 in England. This is it for this episode of 2021, the transformation of Team India and Test cricket. So hope you guys liked this series, this narrative series of 2021, the transformation of Team India and Test cricket. All the 4 episodes, India's draw at Sydney, then India's Gabba breach, then the famous Lord's victory, and then this beautiful and wonderful victory at the Kennington Oval. All these are so memorable in the hearts of our Indian fans. This year, these were some of the brilliant wins. This is which transformed Team India's legacy in Test cricket overseas, winning in Australia, then winning in England. I'll call that a win so far. We have the 5th test, but hopefully we win that too. So winning in both the nations, becoming one of the best teams, if not the best team in the world right now in Test cricket. So hope you guys like this video and our narrative series. Please do give us a like. You are free. Feel free to comment about this series. Did you like it or no? Please subscribe to the channel for more such videos. And I'll meet you in the next one. Goodbye and peace.